This unboxing is entirely your fault. You influenced me. I said I would never buy a bag from this brand, but you guys just kept talking about it, kept telling me to buy one. So here it is. Let's open it up and see what you made me do. Stay tuned. Hi YouTube, Autumn Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My channel is all about luxury living on a budget, from high-end luxury handbags and small goods to the everyday luxuries of life. If that sounds interesting to you, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell notification icon to be notified when I post new videos, and be sure to like the videos that you enjoy. And one of the perks of subscribing to my channel is you get to see my community post on your YouTube homepage. That's where I post deals, discount codes, sales, and rare finds related to these beautiful things we love. Now, before we jump into this, I have a request, a favor to ask of you. Many of you know that we are going to be moving to Oregon. Our plan is to move before the end of the year. Our plan is to move much sooner than that, but we're waiting for me to have a job offer before we move because that's helpful. I am still employed as a teacher through the end of this semester, but I have at this point started looking for jobs because the end of the semester is getting very close. And I will be changing my career. I will not be in teaching anymore, at least not in a traditional grade school sort of environment. I'm not opposed to education in other formats. One of the career paths I'm looking at that is up there on the list is being an ADA coordinator. That is Americans with Disabilities Act coordinator. I am a great researcher, and I am having trouble finding information about this particular career on the internet, which is very surprising because the ADA has been around since 1990. So what I want to ask is, if you are an ADA coordinator or you work in that field in some way, if you are in a position like that, I would love to hear from you and learn more about what your day-to-day looks like and what kind of field you work in and things like that. So if you would like to reach out and give me some more information about that, I would really appreciate it. And the best way to do that would be by email, autumnbeckman@gmail.com, and I will have that linked below for you to make it a little easier. All right, now speaking of Portland, we're gonna get into this box. Does that give you a clue as to what's in here? Some of you are like, no, not at all, and some of you are like, yes, it does. The yellow sticker says, caution when opening with sharp edges. This is a ceramic knife, ceramic blade. You can actually run this, well, not that I would recommend it, but you can run this over your finger and not cut yourself. So that's handy. It's one of the very nice things about this. All right, I purchased this. Ooh, I can see the color and it's so pretty. I purchased this not directly from the manufacturer, but from a seller on eBay who had it for a fantastic price. And let's just open this up. Here it is. Okay, let's get her out. It's a little squashed, but that's okay because it's a smushy kind of bag. Ooh, it smells good. It smells like leather. Soft, very nice. Oh, they've put a little tissue paper. Oh, something is in the tissue paper. What is this? Oh, that was not expected. Okay, I'm going to show you that in a minute. They gave me a little extra gift there. How cool. All right. Let me show you the bag. This is, I don't even know the name of it. I think it's called the Mini Tote. It is from Portland Leather Goods, and this color is called Mint. And I'm trying to compare on my little screen there and in person. I think on my screen it looks more like a Tiffany blue, and in person it's very close to a Tiffany blue. But do I have a Tiffany box around? I do have something in Tiffany blue. Let me grab that. This is a little more green. Please hold. Okay, I have my little Windows at Tiffany book. Here it is compared with the bag. So you can see the bag is definitely more green and the Tiffany blue is definitely more blue. Okay, let's do a little spin. So this is a small tote. There it is compared to the size of my head. It has this pocket on the front, big pocket here, which is sewn on 3 sides, and then it has little rivets in each corner in what appear to be brass. And there's the front or the back, depending on how you carry it, the side, the other front or back, and the other side. The sides, I'll bring it closer. Here, I'll just do this. I'm close enough. Is it in focus though? I think it is. Thinking it is not good enough. Let's make sure. There we go. So it's got a seam on the side, so it's made of 2 pieces of leather, at least the big bulk part of the bag. And then here is the bottom and how that's sewn together. So the corners are a little bit pointy. There's a better shot of that pocket. Let's get a little light on there, and you can see where it says Portland Leather Goods is stamped into the bag. And then this thing here is a little pine tree, because if you've ever been to Oregon, they have a lot of those there. Here's how the handle is attached. So this would be, it's leather on both sides, whereas the inside of the bag, which I'll show you in a second, is suede, which is just the other side of the leather. So this is 2 pieces of leather that are stuck suede to suede and then sewn together and then attached to the bag like that. It has this little brass looking button here, a popper as they say in some other countries, and that says Portland Leather Goods imprinted on that. This color is beautiful, I love it. On the back we have 2 rivets. What could that be for? Well, let's look into the inside of the bag, and I forgot to point out there are rivets on either side as well. I'll show you what that's for too. There's the inside, let there be light, and there is a shoulder strap in here, which is detachable, and it attaches to the D-rings that are on the other side of that rivet. I have detached the strap. Let's get a better look at the inside there now that the strap is not in the way. So we can see the D-rings. Those are attached with little pieces of leather, and you can see the other side of the rivet. Here's the inside of that one snap on the outside. You can see the stitching from the handles there. And then on the other side of the inside, this is getting so complicated, we have this thing, which is where those 2 rivets came from. So it attaches to this piece of leather that sticks out and then has this snap on the other side. I don't know why they did that. That confuses me. Why they would make you stick your hand in there to be able to punch that down. Why they didn't just do a snap, 1 snap there and 1 snap there. That doesn't make sense to me. If somebody knows why that would make sense, please explain it. Obviously the inside is not lined. You can see the seams on the bottom. And again, this is just the inside of the bag with the suede there on the other side. The clasps on the buckle look like this. And here is how that leather piece is attached, just folded over and with a snap down. It does, again, just like the handles, have 2 pieces of leather that are sewn together. And this strap is adjustable here. It has 7 holes to adjust. Miraculously, it does have that little thing, that little piece of leather that keeps the end of the leather tucked in so it's not flying around everywhere. That's wonderful. Now, I mentioned in a recent video, which I will link below, it was a video about brands that I would never buy bags from. Portland Leather Goods was one of them. So why do I suddenly have a Portland Leather Goods bag here? Well, first of all, mint, beautiful. Second of all, I felt like very much due to the color of this one, there are things about this bag that make it different from a lot of the Portland Leather Good bags that eliminate things that I am not the biggest fan of on those bags. Things about the style of them that aren't my style, that this one is more my style. So what I mentioned in that video about why I didn't want bags from them is their bags are pretty rustic. A lot of their totes in particular, which is their most popular bag, they'll have a neutral color. They'll have browns. I love brown bags. I have tons of them. Nothing wrong with that, but they'll have different shades of brown. And a lot of those leathers will have a lot of variation in the color. They have a name for that I don't remember. To me, I've found that I tend to prefer bags that are more refined and more cleaned edges. You may notice this bag, when I had it up closer to you, doesn't have any glazing. It's just all very raw. This bag looks more finished to me, partly because the color is solid. Everything is that same color. There's no variation in the color. And also the handles being the same color, that was a big thing because a lot of their tote bags, most of them, they will have black handles with whatever color the bag is. Some of them have brown handles, or maybe they're really dark brown and not black. I'm not really sure. I haven't seen them in person. This is the first Portland Leather Goods piece I've even seen in person. So I like that look about this bag, that it looks more finished to me. Also, a lot of the straps on those will just be cut straight across, which again contributes to me feeling like it has more of a rustic look. And this one is a bit rounded. It's sewn down. The other straps will have 2 rivets holding it in place. and this doesn't have that. It just, overall, this one looks more refined, more finished to me compared to much of their collection. I was waiting to see how much I would like this, to see if I might want to get a couple others. But we are going back to Portland over the summer to look at apartments in person and see some neighborhoods in person. So I very likely will be going to visit Portland Leather Goods in person on that trip. And I heard they have an outlet, so I may be going there as well. I've seen pictures of it, and they have lots of color. There are a couple things I already have my eye on, and I may just get something before we even go. I don't know yet. Something I've learned, because when I was looking at this bag, I think how I ended up actually buying one. I joined, that's what it was. I joined one of their Facebook groups, actually a couple of their Facebook groups, because I've been joining a lot of Portland and Oregon Facebook groups just to soak in more information about where we're going to be living and what's going on there. It's one of those things where repetition gets in your head, and at first you're like, I don't want that, and then you see it 1,000 times and you're like, oh, I really want that. So that probably had to do with it. So I went to their website and they were having this sale going on. I think it was 25% off anything. It had this little countdown timer in the bottom that looked like the sale only lasted a few more hours. So as the days have gone on, I've come to realize that this is one of those websites where there's always a perpetual sale that is about to expire, but you go back after it's expired and it's still going on. So know that if you go to look at the website, don't feel pressure to buy. I will have them linked below, by the way. Don't feel pressure to buy just because of the sale, is what I mean. But as I was thinking about purchasing some pieces and doing a little research on them and trying to look to see, one of the things I want to see is how stiff the bag is. In videos, I want to see how smushy and pliable it is. So I'll demonstrate that for you now. And there are several videos on these mini totes that show you what fits. But what I found is a lot of the videos that I found on these are by planner people. And I quickly discovered that Portland Leather Goods has a cult following, not only just in general, but particularly with planner people. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm a planner person. I guess I've joined the cult. Oh, and this person from eBay, who I will have to go leave a very nice review for now, sent me an extra little gift. I'm going to come up closer so you can see it better. It's this. It's a little coin pouch made of leather, and it's green. It's my color. I think if I can get the light just right, you can see not just the veining and the pebbling on the leather. By the way, that was something really cool I noticed on the Portland Leather Goods website, is they have all these different leathers and colors and everything, and when you go look at the listing and flip through the photos, it will tell you on the particular color that you've chosen to look at. It'll give you characteristics of the leather, like how much pebbling or how little pebbling. Like this one has minor pebbling. This one has none. This is a very smooth bag. That's another thing that I think makes it look more refined. But they'll tell you that. They'll also tell you about how much color variation it has, and you can find out there what that's called, because I don't remember. So this is a little coin purse thing in green. It has the snap here. It has a snap on either side, but the one that says Portland Leather Goods is the one that you can actually open. The other one is a rivet, not a strap. So you open that up and you see the green suede on the inside, and it's just a little coin pouch. And that's very cool. This leather is very soft and smushy, and the only thing holding it together is that one rivet. It's like a little origami piece. Very cool. Love it. Love the color too. I may need a bag in that now. I'm gonna have to ask the seller if she knows the name of the color, or if you guys know the name of the color, let me know. By the way, these are the two bags that I'm looking at still getting. The bucket bag in eucalyptus and the Lola bag in honey. Possibly bougainvillea, is that what this one's called? I think so. Because this is one of the things about refinement I'm talking about. On the honey, when you see the raw edges, it's not the same color as the honey. It's a different color. It contrasts, and that makes it look less refined to me. But the bougainvillea is that nice pink all the way around, but I also don't wear that color, so it would be silly for me to buy that color, but it's beautiful. Another thing you should know if you're looking for a bargain, they have what are called the premium bags, which are the regular bags that are up for retail. And then they have a section called Almost Perfect. And I've watched a lot of videos on Almost Perfect bags. What those are is the same bags, but there's some kind of imperfection that's noticed by the people who classify them. Often, primarily, it seems, no noticeable imperfections to the person who receives the bag. and looks at it and they're like, I can't see anything that's wrong with it. A couple of them you could, but the Almost Perfect bags, you get a nice discount on them. So I will have all of that linked below so you can go check it out and make it easy for yourself. All right, so I'm a hypocrite. We know this now. Bought a bag I said I'd never buy. Such is life. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hope to see you back here next time, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.